Is my name up there?
Hello. Oh, it is. Oh, you're in the waiting room. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Perfect. How are you?
Good.
Good.
How are you guys?
There you go. Perfect. Good. How are you?
I'm here.
And turn your volume down because you'll be able to hear on mine. So where are you working now? Saw you. We got rid of your other email.
Yeah. I work for Mercy One. It's the
Okay.
hospital in Waterloo and Cedar Falls. Hold on a second.
All right, rubbish.
All the way down. And I got to go there, but I won't. Mute. Good now. Well, it's only the backup, so I can shut it off if I need to. But seems weird you can't make the volume go off.
Time is it?
Right?
Yep.
That's her name. So if we need it, I'll have to turn it back on.
Okay, we shouldn't. You can
Okay.
still be able to hear from here, I think.
Yep.
So who do we got? Andy and Ben. Daniel.
Yeah, you need me to write that down, Brian? You got it.
I got it. Oh, here's David.
Was everybody scheduled to come?
Yes, the two that I was kind of I didn't really hear from are just logged on. So I think we're only waiting for Brian.
Oh, okay.
Mike, Andy.
Hello, Mike.
Hey, Jim, how you doing?
Good, you?
Not too bad.
I don't have a camera. Oh. No, that's not it.
Hello.
Hello, you see me?
I see you.
Yep, I can see you. Can you see me?
We cannot.
Oh, good. That means I have to find my video somewhere.
That's okay. We don't want to see you.
Yeah. They keep rearranging. Dave. And you. Maybe I should
Oh.
have to do this.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me. All right.
Yes.
I can barely hear you, so
Okay. Let me see if we can get it up. That's 100%.
la-da-da-da. I'm going to turn the volume up just a little bit. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
Now I have to figure out where my camera is.
Should be at
I just have
the
to check.
bottom left. Should say stop video.
Bottom left.
I guess that's where it is on mine. Over by the mute
Mhm.
button.
I see the mute button and an up. I see speakers. More. Record on. I don't see any place to do my camera. That's crazy.
You scroll down and click the screen. That's what I did.
There we go. I'm letting Brian in right now.
All right. Well, you don't need to see me anyway. I see Mike, Brian, Dan Schmidt is on, Mr. Fisher, Mike Lane, and City of Hiawatha.
Does anybody see me?
Yep,
And
we
I
can
see
see you.
David.
Okay,
I see you too, David. Yep.
okay.
I see Mr. Sweeney is on mute.
Yeah, I gotta watch what I say. Just kidding.
Let's see. Evidently, I'm a non-video participant for tonight.
That's okay. I can imagine what you look like.
Especially, I'm up. Look this up, Andy, when you have a chance. I'm in Wyoming, Minnesota. It's-
Wyoming, Minnesota.
Yep, it's the home of Polaris R&D. So
Oh,
Polaris is a big snowmobile. They actually have bought Indian motorcycles. I did not know that.
I did not
And
know
it's,
that either.
I actually worked at their, when they made that purchase, I worked for them at Sturgis doing the broadcast of that unveil.
wow, that's cool. Yep. Well, nice to see you in person again, Ben.
go ahead and get started. Looks like it's 5:30.
Sounds good.
All right. Off we go. So this is the March 8th, 2021 Board of Adjustment regular meeting. We'll go ahead and call to order at 5:30 with roll call.
Ben Fiedler,
Here,
Mike Freeman,
Here,
David Matthews,
Here,
Brian Vogel,
Here.
Andy Sweeney.
Here. All right, with that, we'll go ahead and do approval of tonight's agenda. I get,
I'll motion to approve.
all right, so Brian's motion to approve,
second,
and then Dave will be a second. All in favor, signify by aye. Aye.
Aye.
aye.
Anybody opposed? All right. C, approval of the September 14th, 2020 minutes.
I vote to approve.
All right. Mike is voting first. Can I get a second?
What was the agenda item back then?
the dog daycare, isn't it, on
Ah, yes, okay.
Yep.
Sun Point
Back
Road?
in September, yep.
Yep.
I'll second that.
All right. So first was Mike, second will be Dave. And that brings us to our business for today. So we'll go ahead and start the public hearing at 5:32. And this is a public hearing to consider approval of the variance request to the City of Hiawatha Unified Development Code, sections 165.23, number 8E1A, to grant a yard encroachment of an 8-foot high fence instead of a 6-foot high fence along the A zone district for the property located at 1075 Industrial Avenue, Hiawatha, Iowa, as requested by Brain Engineering Incorporated. Is there anybody here who would like to speak about this project?
Dan Schmidt is here from Brain Engineering.
I am. I had to push the right button. Apologize for that.
No problem.
It's a fairly straightforward request. The proposed fence on the east side of the property, which abuts the mayor's property, is, I think the code is 6 feet maximum, because that's an agricultural zone piece of ground. It's kind of a unique piece of ground because it's not specifically agricultural because of the location as much as anything. But and then the property directly to the north has an 8-foot fence as well. So what the plan is just to put an 8-foot fence, chain link fence with a barbed wire top. Now the barbed wire was approved by city council last week, but essentially to match what's already there to the north. This is for a DEA. The DEA is going to lease that building for, well, I want to say 15 years, but nonetheless, they're requiring the taller fencing and the barbed wire.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Dan?
Do not.
All right, thanks, Dan.
And Andy, I did have a question. Mayor Bennett wanted me to ask, and I didn't get a chance to catch up with you, Pat, and that was whether or not we were going to make sure that the fences matched up with the other fences in adjacent to this project.
The only adjacent fence that I could see matching up would be the one heading north along the east property line. Is that correct, Dan?
That is correct, yes.
And it all depends on whether or not the north fence is properly located. And if you're putting a tipped barbed wire section, he has to stay away from the property line so that nothing overhangs. He certainly will abut and make a connection at the corner, even if it's not an exact match.
Okay.
Am I right, Dan? Because you will go along the north property line as well.
Pardon me, I'm sorry. The
Your
fence does go along the north property line, correct? Yeah, the entire site will be fenced and have privacy slats for what that's worth, except for that section in the front yard.
Correct. So in answer to the mayor's question, it will meet up. It will either be the north fence that meets the adjacent property or the east fence, but one of them will.
Okay.
Anything else for Dan? All right. Is there anybody who'd like to speak against this project?
And I don't believe we've received anything, Andy, in the mail, right, Tiffany?
We have not, correct?
Okay. Any more discussion from the board?
I don't have any questions.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, I'll go ahead and close the public hearing at 5:36. And I'll entertain any motions.
So moved. I'll make a motion to approve the variance as requested.
Okay. All right,
I'll
so
second.
Brian, motions for as written, with Mike giving us a second. And with that, we'll do roll call.
Andy Sweeney,
Aye.
Brian Vogel,
Aye.
David Matthews,
Aye.
Mike Freeman,
Aye.
Ben Fiedler.
Aye.
Our second is to consider approval of the Board of Adjustment meeting schedule for 2021. Anybody like the motion?
A motion to approve.
All right, motion by Mike.
I'll second the motion.
And second by Dave. All in favor, signify by aye.
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 Motion carried. All right, and closing. So, anybody want a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right, Brian, motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All right, Michael, the second. All in favor? Aye.
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 Motion
Good,
carried.
good.
All right, 5:38 will be the closing time.
All right. Well, thank you. If you have any questions or conflicts or come up with any conflicts on those meetings, let us know.
Okay.
You're a pretty compact board and we've always had good luck with attendance, so it hasn't been an issue, and I can't think of anything that we have on your agenda at the present for the next meeting.
Will we, Pat, will we have something for village center development or height variance, or did you
Oh, that's
determine
true.
that?
We have had a mention that one of the buildings being proposed along Robbins Road may have a problem because of some bedrock that they've run into, creating a hardship for getting the building height to 45 feet. So they may be requesting one. That's correct. Thank you, Kim. I forgot about that one. But we will see. The last I heard, they were going to take another look at it. So unless you've heard something, Tiffany, nobody has applied yet.
Nope.
Okay,
No, we haven't heard nothing.
we're still watching that one. All right.
Next week to get it in, right? By next week. So we
By
might,
next week. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, we told them they had another week and a half at the council meeting. So, and we sent him the information as well. So, all right.
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you all. Have a
Thank
great
you.
week.
All right, you too.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Tiffany.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, Kim.
Sir,
See you, Jim. You look good back there.
here for moral support.
Are you feeling any better?
Oh, I feel wonderful.
Okay, good, good.
We're
Everything's
just
go-
back far enough to make sure we had our 6 feet, but then we had 2 sets set up in case something went.
Awesome, awesome. Everything's going all right there then?